don't need no man.
Hey there, good man fam, and welcome new viewers to another episode of the Female Guessing Game. Now, the way this game works is that I'll review a video that has a single female in it or multiple females in it. But here's the catch. When it's a single female, I'll be asking you if she's a traditional woman, or modern female. However, when it's multiple females in the video, you won't know about which female I'm asking you until the end of the video. So, you have to stay to the end of the video to see about which female I'm asking you is a traditional woman, or modern female. Ready? Let's get it.
A couple of you said you were, big feminist, right? So those of you who consider yourself feminists, do you guys think that women are oppressed in modern day here in the U.S.? Starting with Kayla, going around.
I didn't say I was feminist.
Oh, okay.
So,
let me get back to you. Let me think.
Okay, sure.
Can you please repeat the question?
Do you think women are oppressed in the United States? Oppressed.
I
Compared
wouldn't
to
know the
other
meaning of
countries?
the word
No.
actually.
Oppression. Here, I'll Google it.
Sorry about
Come on, man. Come on. You all know exactly what it is he's asking. Why are you all acting like you all are idiots? See, what's happening right now is it's something that's sensitive and something about which they don't have much information, truly. They just have talking points. So because of that, they're now doing the hive mind thing, which is I'm looking around, I'm trying to see if anybody else is going to answer the question. She didn't answer. Well, I don't understand it. Nobody wants to be the first one to say something because they're worried about how dumb they're going to look because they actually don't have knowledge about the subject matter. They just have sisterhood talking points.
I don't need no man.
I'm Googling. It's okay.
I would say in certain parts of the United States,
Certain
we're talking about the U.S. as a country?
Yeah.
Yeah. In certain parts of the United States, yes. In certain parts, no. And I think
See, that's that bull crap. They always want a fence sit. This is what I'm saying, that the whole losing the argument thing, she's like, I can't really defend it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to say the yes, but no. I'm going to try to hit the yeah, but some argument. Well, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. That's not an answer, ma'am.
in a lot of countries, yes.
Okay. Katie, K-Dog, what about you?
What does it mean?
How's about what?
What does it mean?
Oh, oppression, prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control, the state of being subject to unjust treatment or control.
A little bit. I mean, it's from banishing witches to still going on. Yeah, I guess.
Hold on, let me ask a different question.
Okay.
Is there
Did this chick just say banishing witches? What the freak is wrong with you, man? Banishing witches? That's your argument for females in this century, this decade, being oppressed? Man, when chicks do not want to be wrong, boy, oh boy, do they reach for everything. She reached back to the Salem witch trials. That's crazy.
a patriarchy?
Is there a patriarchy?
Yes,
Yes.
in the United States.
Yes.
Okay, going around, everybody.
Look at our government.
The government? Kamala Harris. Wait, okay. What? Kayla, going around the table like this. Do we live in the patriarchy? Scoot the mic closer. There you go. Good. Go ahead, Kayla. Do we live in a patriarchy? And then I have a follow-up question for you. What are your thoughts on collateralized debt obligations? Do you think we live in the patriarchy? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I said yes.
I said yes. I think yes.
I'm kind of confused in the middle, honestly.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, listen. Ma'ams, do you even know the definition of patriarchy? See, what it is that they think patriarchy entails is them not being able to do anything because males have, all the positions. So, well, wait a minute. That's kind of partly right. That's not really what they think, though, to be honest. They just think males have all the positions, the end. The part about them not being able to do anything is actually correct, but they don't think that. They don't think that. That's what actual patriarchy is. Patriarchy is about a system where all the males have the power and females are purposely excluded. That's patriarchy. You're telling me in America, females are purposely excluded from all the positions in America? Really? If that's the case, how do we have a female vice president? If that's the case, how do we have female secretaries of state, all these female senators, congresspersons, state level, federal level? Oh, right, because there is no patriarchy. But I guess in their world, definitions don't matter. So no, they actually don't think that. They think patriarchy is simply males have all the power. They don't even add the caveat that actually makes it a patriarchy, which is they don't get a chance to do anything. It's just, why do y'all have all the power?
I don't need no man.
Under patriarchy, are women oppressed? Kayla.
I haven't felt it personally. I completely felt like freedom of speech and everything I say is pretty much heard. I haven't signed up for a very dangerous job where I would, obviously if I did, I'd get paid what the men were, I'd feel like. No, I don't feel oppressed.
Okay.
Not all women, but many, yes.
Yes, our energy is oppressed. Divine feminine energy is oppressed.
Yo. These airy fairy chicks are maddening, bruh. They will drive you absolutely nuts. What are you talking about? Your divine feminine is oppressed? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You remember Robert Downey Jr.? I think it was Robert Downey. No, it wasn't Robert Downey Jr. It was old boy from that one show, 2.5 Men. Martin Sheen, is that his name? Where he was like in that Chris Tucker movie.
Imagine that. It's like a G-dog on a fly tip, flossing with the pussy, cutting in the crib. What the f*** does that mean?
That's how she sounds. It makes you say, what the heck are you talking about? Divine feminine being oppressed. Man, get out the freaking clouds, yo.
No. Not all women, but some women, yes. Especially in the in male-dominated industries.
Oh, okay. I see.
Here she is with that bull crap again. Not all, but some. She's most fence-sitting on the panel. Good Lord.
I think the majority of women are not.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought. What was the question?
Are women oppressed?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't believe.
Okay, so well, if women are oppressed, how? And so all of you here are women. How are you oppressed?
No, all of them are not women. You have some there who are modern women, maybe, I'm guessing. And you have some there who may be traditional women. But you also have some there who are modern females. You need to get the verbiage right, Brian. These chicks aren't all women.
I don't need no man.
I think just me by the topic. I just feel oppressed by the topic.
The topic's
not knowing where I'm
oppressive.
supposed to stand in the middle of it. Hasn't hit me too personally.
Okay.
That made sense. So you feel like the topic itself, you feel like you don't know whether you want to be on either side.
The topic makes me feel oppressed.
You are being oppressed right now by the whatever podcast.
No, the societal conversation.
She
doesn't
saying
feel
like
oppressed,
women
but
are
she feels like she
oppressed
should be
makes
oppressed.
me like, oh.
Okay, I see. What about you?
Oh my goodness, dude. Did she just say she feels oppressed by the very existence of the topic on a podcast on which she chose to come? Nobody forced her. But her reasoning was because she doesn't know on which side to be. This is what men mean when they talk about females not leading. Because when they get in the sisterhood and in the bowels of them, they look around and say, I don't want to offend anybody, so I don't have an original thought. I'm just looking like, what do we say? Do I agree with them? Or not? If I say this, will the sisterhood get mad at me? So I'm kind of scared and I feel oppressed because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Men don't think like that. Men say, this is what I feel. Here it is. Females are like, I don't want to offend anybody because I don't want the sisterhood to hate me. So she's talking about she doesn't know on what side of the aisle to be. So she feels oppressed by the actual subject matter. Crazy.
Luckily, I personally do not feel oppressed, but I also feel like I'm really good at going after what I want and putting myself out there.
Okay.
I need the definition again.
Yo, what the freak is wrong with this chick, man? This chick is irritating as all get out. She keeps having to ask the question over and over again, even though he keeps giving her the answer. She's not paying attention. She doesn't seem to care. Her head seems to be in a cloud. She's talking about divine feminine and all this craziness. Man, this chick is the worst.
I'm getting between the oppressed and repressed.
Prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or control. The state of being subject to unjust treatment or control.
Like your rights are being
Yeah.
taken away.
It's like more subtle, but yes, I mean, I don't think like right out they're taking away our rights. I think it's more in things that are like birth control and stuff like that is controlling us in other ways, that is repressing our powers.
Are you in favor of birth control or against birth control?
I'm not saying I'm either.
Did this chick just say repressing their vaginal powers? She just said repressing their vaginal powers. What the freak? Bruh. Your power is in your vagina? That's your powers. Man, listen. I'm not supposed to say this because this is a female guessing game. I'm supposed to hold in some stuff, so I'm not going to say it. Nope, I'm just going to keep it to myself.
I don't need no man.
I'm just saying that it has effects on the woman's body that oppresses our natural
Okay, I see what you're
integrity.
saying. What about you?
Personally, I
lying
feel
to
very
her,
lucky
Brian.
to be in California. If we're talking about like Roe v. Wade, like some women don't have the option for abortion. Also, being born in America, my mom is an immigrant mother from Iran. She grew up here there till she was 25 and immigrated here. Like the level of oppression over there for women is absolutely insane. They couldn't even show their hair down for many years of my mother's life. Like personally, I feel no oppression, and I'm so thankful for it. But oppression does exist.
Sure.
The fence sitter. Again. Well, I don't feel anything, but it does happen. Yeah, but, I mean, it can, but it also can't. This chick, I don't know if she's as bad as the one sitting next to her, but always trying to ride the middle drives me freaking crazy, man.
I agree 100% with what Lily said.
Hive
I
mind.
don't personally feel oppressed, but I do think in the world there's still a lot of...
Yeah, and I'm talking more like the United States or Western countries.
I don't feel it in California since I'm living here. It's
Okay.
equal.
Okay.
Did you notice that several of them tried to move the goalposts? Actually, they tried to move the field of battle onto a field on which they think they can win. He asked them a question about America. They say, well, in the world is this. He asked them a question about America. Well, in this particular state, in my particular city, in my particular house, they always try to move the field of battle. I tell you all this all the time, onto a field on which they think they can win, because that makes them feel more comfortable and not oppressed.
I don't need no man. I think California does play a big part in me not feeling oppressed. Like if I grew up in a state, in a different state, for example, Roe v. Wade was more proactive and like was more effective. Like I would personally feel oppressed by not having the option to get an abortion.
Do you feel like California is a well-run state?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like Gavin Newsom's doing a good job?
I don't really want to get into politics. That's a whole different.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
either if I
whole.
were you.
That's a whole. Yeah. That's a whole different. Yeah, we would talk about this for hours, but I have
Round two.
opinions.
We can always do round 2 on that if you guys are down to come back sometime.
We know you
okay.
have
One really thing related to her thing. You mentioned birth control. Just curious, who here is on birth control? Just you? No. Okay.
Not currently.
Ever been on birth control? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so going back to the patriarchy thing, what is the patriarchy? I'm confused.
Me too.
I don't know what.
The reason you're confused is because it's supposed to be about patriarchy. And they've switched to talking about abortions. Like, what do you... Yo, how these females shift things is just absolutely amazing. Their brains can't seem to stay focused on the subject matter because anything that makes them feel like they might not win, they don't like talking about those things. They don't like staying on those subject matters. So they start slowly shifting things. Think about it. Did you even remember that it was patriarchy about which we were supposed to be speaking when you were listening to this? When he just mentioned patriarchy, you were probably like, what the freak? She just said something about abortion. She's talking about divine feminine. She's talking about things in the world. She's talking about California. She's talking about Roe v. Wade. What the freak? Right. This is what they do.
That is. What is it?
I feel like it's just more like a male-dominated industry, and it's the suppression of women and putting male on top. It's like kind of this emphasis that a man can do a better job than a woman can and is doing a better job. That's my personal definition of patriarchy, and it might not be the actual definition, but that's how I view it.
Okay.
Did you hear what she just said? She just said, I'm my own Merriam-Webster's dictionary. I'm my own. I created my own. That's my definition, but it might not be the definition. Okay, so we can just change the definition of the word air. We can change the definition of the word water. We can change the definition of the word computer. We can change the definition of the word towel. We can just change definitions at a whim, right? That's what we can do. What did I say? I said earlier, it's about males being on top with them, being in those positions. But again, I've said this in the past. They fight for those positions that are in air-conditioned places, positions where they can sit and get all of this attention and look like they're the female, the boss babe. They don't want to be in those positions where they have coal dust over their faces or they have sewage in which they have to step every day in a outfit where they have to take it off and then they might come home smelling a little. No, they don't want the power in that because they don't want to get their hands dirty. But here she is talking this crazy, just making up my own definitions, and somehow that makes sense to her. Unbelievable.
I don't need no man.
Yeah, I agree with her. I want to add to that. I feel like men are more respected immediately than women, and we almost have to earn that respect when men are almost given it. And yeah.
Wrong. Men aren't almost given it. Men earn it. That's the thing. If you have a male or males throughout history who have busted their chops, when somebody sees a male, they're going to think that person's going to bust their chops because they're used to seeing someone who looks like them busting their chops. That's an earned respect. But because females don't pay attention to males at all, they don't give a crap about males, she doesn't even realize that it's earned. But when females go into particular industries and they have to earn things, all of a sudden they're oppressed. Why? Because they're not used to earning things. They're used to being given whatever they want from the beginning. I talked about this in this other video where I was talking about Bad Baby and Donald Trump. And YouTube blocked that, of course, but about how females are given what they're given so young to where they don't even know what's happening until they get older and they realize those guys paying them that much attention from the age of 12 to 18, they realize, oh, it was because they wanted this particular thing from me. It's just absolutely amazing how these females' brains just Wow.
Yeah, it's just they're seen as superior in this world, basically. So, yeah.
Whereas
Can
the
I
human
ask you guys a
specimen,
question?
men are.
And sorry to drag this on, but
It's all good.
do you guys think that the male race is superior to the women race? Just a question. There's no judgment in it. Because I've had conversations with men about this before, so I just want to know your opinion.
Yes. In general, yes. And I went over this before. This is something I calculated and looked at. It's very simple. Males and females have two things that are in common: mind and body. That's the human thing, mind and body. If you're spiritual, it's mind, body, and soul. Okay? We're just going to go with mind and body. Males and females, if you put both of them in a room, just take an average person, grab them off the street, you put both of them in a room, and you tell them to study for months. When both of them come out, you're not going to know which one of them is going to be smarter. You won't know. You'll be like, okay, let me test them. And at any time, it could be either the male or female. Doesn't matter. You won't know. That's the mind part. However, if you put both of them into a room and you say, you all are going to train for 2 months like the hyperbolic time chamber on Dragon Ball Z, when they come out, the male will be stronger 100% of the time. The male will be faster 100% of the time. That's what will happen. So if we're even in mind, but males are stronger in body, then that makes the male a better human specimen. That's not me, that's biology. That's not misogyny, that's biology. That's not insecurity, that's biology. Now, you don't have to like it, but you cannot, in any form or facet, defeat my argument there, because it's a fact. Again, we only have two things of which we're made up human-wise: mind and body. If our minds are even, that means we both have a 100% in mind, but body, males have a 100% and females have a 25%. 100 plus 25 is 125. 100 plus 100 is 200. 200 is better than 125. This is not rocket science.
I don't need no man.
Depends what you're talking about.
I don't think so.
Are you talking about superior in certain
Brian.
ways, or are you talking about like superior in value?
I'm talking about overall. Like, if you had to combine all the overarching values in general, would you say, is there a superior race? Is there an equal, or is there one inferior?
You mean gender?
No, I mean
generalized.
Oh, wait,
men and women
Or
are,
not race. I mean
gender.
Sex. Yes.
Obviously, we're different, but we're equal in value, though. Our lives are valued the same.
Equal in value, but
we both have equally valuable roles.
I think we're different.
Yeah, but we're very.
I don't think
different.
there's a supremacy. Like, I don't think there's a man who's superior. I just think.
Brian, I need you to stop, bro. I need you to stop. You're trying to find words to make them feel better. It's very simple. If I'm on a basketball team with LeBron James is superior to me because he's a better basketball player than me in that realm. She's talking about humans. She's talking about the actual sex of male and female. So we're talking about the law of averages. In the law of averages, the male is superior to the female. That's not a thing of me just making up. That's biology. Stop it, man.
We're different.
I think it's kind of silly whenever someone says it, because we need each other just as much. Like, I need a woman just as much as a woman needs a man.
That's not the argument, bruh. Why are you starting to do what they do, making arguments that are not even the actual subject matter? Y'all, stop it, man. They need a guy on there who's just gonna keep it real.
If you want to do what you're here to do, which is to procreate, you need each other, and there's an order to the world that we both have roles in. So we're superior at different things, though. But you guys are also superior at different things.
Yeah, I definitely think there's women that are, in various ways, women are superior to men in certain things, and perhaps men are superior to women in other things, in other realms. I'd like to flip the question back to you, though. Do you think that women are superior to men?
No.
Ladies, it's okay if you do. Not really, but it's okay if you do. I guess. It's okay if you say it.
I think I used
won't
to,
be
but
offended.
not anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Man. Wow. This is wow. Unfreaking-leavable. Now, remember, this is the female guessing game. So out of all of these females you've seen, about which one do you think I'm about to ask you all? Drum roll, please. So, tell me, is she a traditional woman, modern woman, or modern female? Put it in the comment section and tell me why you think so. And then grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And, of course, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.